the heart of Savannah, where history and legend intertwine like the branches of ancient trees, there exists a world unseen by the ordinary eye. Here, the past refuses to stay buried, and the night is alive with secrets. Welcome to a city where the veil between the living and the dead is as thin as the morning fog, where creatures of legend walk among us, hidden in plain sight, and ancient pacts still hold sway over the living and the supernatural alike. From the restless spirits that roam the old plantations to the mythical beings lurking in the shadows of the city's winding alleys, Savannah is a place where every street corner hides a tale, and every nightfall brings a new chapter in a story as old as the city itself. This is the story of Savannah's secrets, where the supernatural is not just a whisper in the wind, but a pulse that beats through the very soul of this haunted city. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Welcome to Mythic Savannah.
I'm ready. All right, we are back once again for more Mythic Savannah, episode dos. So excited about that. Picking up where we left off. It's the next day at this point. Does somebody want to give us since we actually have one now, who wants to give us a game recap?
Let's see here.
Pull it up here.
Yeah, who did the notes last time?
Oh, Abby did.
Where is it?
Okay. I've got my notes, but my notes are...
Mystic Savannah. Okay. I'll read them. Okay. So last week was our first game, or not last week, our last session was our first game.
Mm-hmm.
And we started with Sly being introduced. He just arrived in Savannah and was staying at a hotel. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to look through these notes here. This is a lot of introductions for people. We've got Joe, who works at, which is me, J-O. I don't know if it's J-O-E. I am the mechanic. We've got Charles, Cade, sorry. We have a few other, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to see her notes here, and they're a bit out of sort.
You could just read your notes. If you want.
No, I didn't post them because I had hers.
Oh.
All right, never mind. I can't give the recap because I don't quite understand her notes.
Okay, let's see.
They're like all out of...
Okay, let's see. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking up the thing. We are succeeding at this. It's our second day. All right. Sly went to a costume shop. The LARP is in town. There's a motorcycle bro who's eyeing him and gives him a magic chalice of evil. Let's see. Petra runs a cafe and has a daughter named Courtney, maybe daughter. Apparently, this daughter sees her as very strong and or capable. Charlotte is a flower or bookstore owner. I write my notes as I go. And has a worker named Eamon. Are they superheroes? They plan to go on patrol. They're giving off clues that they're older than they appear. Let's see. Joe is a thin blood and works at Midnight Motors.
Nobody knows that she's a thin blood, by the way.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was just writing stuff down. Like a lot of this is like out of it's out of character.
Yeah.
Let's see. She does a lot of odd jobs at the Midnight Motors, but also she just picked up some work doing technical stuff for an action film. Was connected with Mikhail Romanov, a film producer, and the movie is called Savage Streets. Charles is here in Savannah to be in Savage Streets. He's the lead. This is his first lead role, and he has a side hustle of instructing people in martial arts or in sword fighting online. And then I write my notes from my perspective. I'm new in town. Yeah. So then Cade rumbles into town in a very discreet purple neon, if I remember right. In the 90s, there was activity in Atlanta. That may have spilled out into other sections of Georgia. Cade goes to the Pirate House, which is a former pirate hangout, now turned into a tourist attraction, in order to wait out a substandard tour guide. It was good exercise, but not much to see. Let's see. Oh, the puppy doesn't approve of my recap. Okay, yeah, here we go. Sly and Lawrence are having a chat. Lawrence gives him the chalice, which I mentioned before. Sly seems to have amnesia. Apparently, within the chalice resides some creature known as Pathonagal. Lucifer is involved? ? Exclamation point. See, if a vampire war in Atlanta caused a number of supernaturals to flee to Savannah. Lauren suggests that Sly get a job at a bakery, and Lawrence is actually Camille. Bum bum bum. People are meeting up. Sly has met Charlotte. She's hired him for her store because he tricked her. Yeah. Now Charles is at the bookstore meeting Petra. He studies Destressa, a Spanish sword fighting style. Let's see. We cut to Joe, who is repoing a car, and they're having a meeting at the pirate house. Wait, that's where Kate is. Johan is at K-Tiff, apparently the only one in town, and he's the one who's calling Joe in. Meanwhile, Cade is being incredibly innocent, just looking at places to stay while he's here in Savannah, looking at Cottonwood Heights, which is an Airbnb, but then notices that there is a person who no one else seems to be noticing, who is watching him intently, for just like leaning up against a wall with their sunglasses on, like a cool person. This person is Lillian, the unofficial sheriff of town. Then let's see. Then they come over and they ask Cade a whole bunch of questions about why he's in town. Cade is extremely friendly and does not deserve this type of treatment. They pull him aside and yell at him for being evasive, which is totally understandable because his mother told him never to talk to strangers. And he tells them that he is a knight. Nobody believes him. And he is instructed to never or to not leave town so he can meet with people. I think they said I was going to meet with the prince in order to make sure that it's cool for him to stay in town. And he's being put up in the Cottonwood Heights for the night. And there is a seafood place in Tybee that is apparently worth checking out if Kate survives. Oh, also, Joe hits on everybody.
Just you.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, Kate is everybody. George, can we get you to tip your camera down a little bit?
About me?
Yeah.
Right.
No, the other George.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh no, I just heard. I heard. Can we get you to tip your camera?
Oh yeah, no. That's perfect. Thank you. Okay, so
Okay.
that is our game recap for the night as to what took place previously. And everybody note that Dale has a bunch of stuff showing on his walls now, indicative of indicative of people moving into his place and helping to decorate. So.
Right. Yeah.
Dale, did you know about that?
Yeah, I knew about it.
Was it a subtle thing?
It could be paranormal activity.
It's like, yeah, there you go. It's
Like every time I
my-
turn around, more stuff
God.
is there, and then look
Yeah.
away, then turn
And
around.
someone made
more
the
stuff
bed.
is there.
I mean, that's how it happens in my house. It turns out it was just me.
It's the world market ghost who also shops at Bed Bath and Beyond. It's just like, where did this come from? Like, okay, thanks.
If I ever get married, I am going to describe it like my house is possessed. Like I
Just
come home and I feel
stuff
there's a
shows up
presence
on my
of another
wall.
person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I share meals with something there's something else in the house, but it's pleasant enough until I make it mad.
Right, exactly.
For some reason, your ghost smells really good.
Yeah, it seems anchored to this ring that I have on my ring
So
finger.
bizarre.
Yeah,
We actually
on your
had a
finger.
plot. We actually had kind of a plot thread like that in the vampire game back in the day.
Sort of. So everybody say hi to Todd, who's in chat right now, and of course, so is Shelly.
Todd and Shelley,
And Shelly.
Join.
hope you guys are doing well.
All right, so kicking this off from the top. All right, so this is the next day as of this point. So Charles, you are kicking it in your hotel room at this point. You have gotten an extended stay for the duration you're going to be staying here in Savannah. And there is a pounding at your door. It's like a boop, 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 boop. And it's so loud it's muted you.
Unbreaded. Well, what time is this
Are you
loud
ready?
pounding occurring?
Right about now, it is probably about 8:30 in the morning.
Ooh, what the? All right. He will get up and he will go to the door and answer the door.
Okay. So standing there is a casually dressed Mikhail. He is your director slash producer of this particular epic that you are trying to get filmed.
Mhm.
And he just walks right in as soon as you open it up.
Okay, Miguel, what's going on? How can I help you?
He says, it's good, it's very good. But as you know, we still have problem with lead lady.
All
We
right.
don't have one.
Okay, we'll have to go find a lead lady. What is?
Well, that is what I have you here for. I figure you.
Oh, you want me to do casting? Okay.
Well, she needs to work well off of you, and you would know best who works off of you. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well.
That this doesn't mean go by hookers, though. Don't no. We don't.
No.
That's a UA Bowl thing, and that did not go over well.
No hookers. No hookers. We need to find a competent actress. I guess I'll put out a casting call.
Well, no, I have idea. See,
Yes.
I've been thinking that we need action flick, so we need action woman. Yes,
Yes.
it would sound good. So, there is this street fighting thing. I know you know the street fighting thing. It's why I come to you with it. It's over across the river in how you say Carolina South.
Carolina South. Okay.
You go over there, and I give you the address.
Okay.
You take a look. There is girl there. Maybe she work, maybe she don't. But you evaluate. Yes.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah. Give me her name and where I can meet her.
So he provides you the name of Jocelyn Myers.
Jocelyn Myers. All right.
And she is she has a picture up. Looks like she has maybe a little bit of notoriety to her. You know, she's not new to fighting. She's been doing some things, but not
Okay.
like a breakout star or anything.
All right.
She's pretty attractive. She has almost shoulder length, long black hair, fair skin, beefy looking. Probably on the tall side of 5 foot something, so maybe 5'10" or so, perhaps.
Okay.
She looks like pretty much like a goth. Decided, yeah, fighting sounds like a good idea. So she's
Okay.
got like that, you know, she's got some pythons on her arms, sort of thing. She looks pretty robust.
She's an Amazon. All right, I got it. Nice. Okay. All right, Mikhail, what time is this street fighting thing?
He says, and he pulls out like this little flyer that they use to, you know, pepper the area with. He says, "You go to Backyard Brawls. It says here it starts at 5. I don't know when she's fighting, but it apparently starts at 5. Oh, and you need to take someone with you just for security purposes."
Take someone with me. Who would want? Who? I don't. Okay.
It's someone.
Take someone with me.
Someone who knows area.
Nobody. Okay. All right. Take somebody with me. Is there anything else you needed, Mikhail? How's production coming along?
We are currently setting up, but obviously we're going to fall behind if we don't find a lady to work opposite of you.
Excellent, excellent.
But
Okay.
otherwise, we have all people. We have the things we need. We ready to shoot as soon as you find the person.
Okay. All right, Mikhail. Well,
And I give you a little bit of leeway with negotiation. You know, obviously we don't.
oh
have,
yeah, that's a good question. How much do you want to pay her?
we don't have much scratch, but let's just say if you think she works, maybe we give her 15,000
Okay.
for the
15
2 week shoot.
15K for 2 week shoot.
That is a lot, yes.
Not really, but we'll see how far it gets us.
Well, we do have budget, so keep that
We
in
do.
mind.
Yep. I might have to pitch in, but that's okay. That works. All right, Mikhail. Did you need anything else? Do you want to order room service?
Oh, no, that is all right. I have found a place called Hurt Donut. I go there and explore donuts.
Okay. All right, Mikhail. And he's gonna usher him to the door. And all right, Mikhail. Well, it was good seeing you. I'll get right on this. We'll talk to this Jocelyn Myers.
Okay.
See if we can get her on board.
And he says, and one more thing, if you throw in booty call or whatever it is you need to do, it's okay. We need to make sure we get shoot going on though.
Okay. So booty call. All right. That works.
Okay. You get to it. And the rest better. You.
Yeah, you kind of woke me up.
Don't go in boxers. It's not a good sign.
No, definitely not. Okay, and he's just gonna shove him out the door and close the door. What the heck is going on? He's gonna go get ready for the day.
Okay. So you are thoroughly awake at this point.
Yeah. So... Well, I could go back to sleep.
You could.
I did get a new bottle of pills. But I have to be there in South Carolina at 5 o'clock, right?
Indeed. And you don't exactly know where you're going.
He did give me the address, right?
He did, yes.
Maybe a mimosa and one pill should be fine. Yeah. And that's Charles's morning.
Okay, that's
breakfast.
That's breakfast. That breakfast is champions.
Does it say on the pill bottle whether or not you should mix it with alcohol?
It says you should not mix it.
That is only a suggestion,
Why
sir.
he's doing it.
Yes.
All right, so
Just
Joe,
curious.
you end up
Yes.
getting a call during the. At this point, it's about 9 in the morning. Do you answer or you let it go to... Oh, by the way, the picture that's showing on the screen for those who are watching, that is Jocelyn Myers.
Okay. No, at 9 o'clock, I am unavailable.
Makes
in the
sense.
morning. Anything between whatever sun rises and sunset,
Sure.
will not answer.
Okay, that's fine. So the it goes to voicemail, and you can hear it, click over at this point.
Mhm.
Go, and it
Thank you.
and it is somebody from Midnight Motors.
Mm-hmm.
And you end up hearing, hey, Joe, so the boss wanted me to call, let you know that they need you to tag along with this Charles guy, since you kind of know the area. He's going to go, I guess, scouting or something. I don't know. Boss wants you to go with him. When you get this, call. Let us know you got the message and that you're going. Bye. Click.
Cool. I mean, I just, again, to keep up the appearance and stuff, I will not respond until pretty much when I get up at that point.
Okay. Alrighty.
Maybe I'll rise a little earlier just to respond, but
Sure. Okay. So we've got that out of the way then. Brittany.
Sir.
So there is finally a lull in the. It's only been a day, so you've managed to get your applications out there, but haven't hired anybody yet for additional assistance. So it is you and Courtney taking care of everything. It is just starting to get past the morning rush when Sean comes walking in. And he kind of like looks around a second, and Courtney says hi and gives him a hug and whatnot, and he says, "Hey, Mom, you got a second? Can I talk to you real quick in private?"
Sure. Let's go downstairs.
Okay. So he follows, and Courtney's like, "Yeah, no problem. I'll watch the front. Thanks, guys."
We'll be right back.
She just kind of grumbles. And so as you guys are walking down to the down cellar or wherever,
It's into my basement. I
Okay.
figure that we can get there from we probably would have gone through the house.
Okay. Either way, fine. He says, so first thing, did you know that Charlotte hired somebody new?
No. I hadn't heard.
Yeah, there's some strange guy up there, I guess, running the register or something. I've never seen him before. I thought maybe she would have let you know in passing or something.
She's within her rights to hire people that we haven't met.
No,
I wasn't aware she was looking.
I don't. Yeah, well, again, I'm not putting bad vibes out there. It was a kind of a surprise.
Oh. Okay.
So I maybe want to do the good neighbor thing and say hi. I just
bring over a loaf of bread or something.
Okay, I realize I'm a bishop. You don't have to take stabs at that all the time, Mom. Not everything has to be biblical.
Is there anything else that's on your mind?
Yeah. All right. So I finally heard word from our Anglican friends, and it would seem their side of the street, I guess they're following up a lead, and that's why they're here a little bit in force.
A lead that brought them here to Savannah.
Right. And oddly enough, and I wasn't even aware that they were following up on this kind of lead, but it looks like it has something to do with like vampiric apocrypha, like eschatology of some kind.
Okay. So like an old book, or
I don't know how exactly they came about it. They were a little vague on the information, but I spoke to their bishop, and he seemed to indicate that they were following up on a lead of that kind. I did my own research through unofficial channels. You know how that kind of goes. And there seems to be some, there does seem to be something to this. I don't know if this is exactly what it is that they're following up on, but it sounds like that. They mentioned something to the effect of some kind of cursed vampire, or a vampire that would bring about the sign of the end times. And I managed to find, and he says, oddly enough, they have their own eschatology, like their own prophecy of the end times.
the Anglicans or the vampires?
Vampires.
Huh.
Which, I mean, I
What
always
does
assumed it would.
vampire end times look like?
I don't know exactly. I always assumed it would be very similar to, what the Bible says, given how closely tied they are to it. But he says, I found something from what they call the Book of Nod. And he unfolds his Bible. He's got like a beat up piece of paper in there. And he says, my contact was able to provide this to me. And this isn't like a dated source from like ancient times. Apparently it's a copy from a noteworthy source from what I'm told. And he says, and he reads it off. He says, there will come a time when the curse of the one above will not be tolerated further, when the lineage of Cain will end, when the blood of Cain will be weak, and there will be no embracing for these childer, for their blood will run like water, and their potence in it will wither. Then you will know then you will know in this time that Gehenna will soon be upon you.
So no more vampires?
Maybe
I mean, I suppose that would constitute the end of the world for them.
for them, and if there's something that ties into that, I can see why our friends from across the street, so to speak, would be looking into that. Which might also explain why the condottieri are here as well. Our side may be leaning in that direction, and that kind of worries me.
So they're looking for a person?
Or a thing.
Or... Okay.
Whatever it is, it seems to be in a physical sense, not in some sort of metaphysical sense.
Okay. Do you think we should just get more information, or do we need to talk to them, or how do you think we should approach this?
I don't want to tip our hand at this point, obviously, because I don't know if it's worth throwing our weight behind what it is that they're doing. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still separate organizations.
I don't think
be that as it may,
I don't think I'm in a position with the locals yet at this point where I could ask them about something like this.
Okay, fair enough.
They're probably going to be pretty sensitive about it.
I would imagine so, but somebody might know something. I don't know. I just wanted to share that bit with you because it looks like that's the direction that the Society of St. George is going in.
That's so interesting. Don't you think if something constituted the end of the world for the vampires, wouldn't they be happy about that? Wouldn't they just leave it alone to its own end?
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to quicken it. Maybe they're trying to find a way to weaponize it.
Maybe they're part of it.
I mean, who knows? Right now, that's all I've got. And
Okay.
I'm trying not to pry too much because I don't want to wind up committing to something that we still don't know what this is all about.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Well, I had an interesting night last night. Out patrolling. Apparently there's some new people in town, but I don't know a whole lot yet. I'm not too worried, but could be interesting.
Okay. Well, I mean, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Okay. We'll keep you posted.
All right. So I guess I should let you get back to bakery stuff.
Yeah, don't want to leave her in there for the rush. That's not very kind. So, yeah. All right. Well, we'll be in touch about that.
Okay. So he walks with you back upstairs. Hugs and kisses Courtney on the cheek. Does the same with you, and he makes his exit out of the storefront.
Okay.
And thankfully, it's only a couple hours from that point until you're about at closing time. So you wrap up with the bakery / cafe.
I suppose that's a good time to maybe go check on Charlotte.
Okay,
So I will head next door.
not a problem. So at this point, Courtney's already managed most of the cleaning up at that point and closing up. So you just walk next door. Same place, same kind of quiet little hum about it, except there's somebody new behind the counter right now. Sly, why don't you let us know what you're dressed as currently?
Yeah, so he's dressed kind of like what he's got right now going on, the nice dress shirt, but without like any type of bangles or anything like that. No tie or anything. He's got the blazer going on. He's got jeans, nice like black sneakers. He's wearing a nice watch, but nothing else. No like other jewelry or anything like that. Let's see here. I can go ahead and explain his appearance too if I don't remember. He's like early 30s ish, black short hair, blue eyes, 6'2", about 200 pounds, but muscular frame, Caucasian. Yeah, and he sees you walking in. Jerome, was there anybody else in the store at that time?
At this point, no.
Okay.
And it's about 2 p.m. right now.
It's his first day and he's there by himself? What about what's his face?
What's his face?
The other guy that works there.
Yeah, he's there.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously, he's there for questions and whatnot. So, but some of this is pretty basic, like ringing something up in the register, that sort of thing.
So a couple seconds after you enter the store, he looks up like, "Oh, hi there. So finished lunch? Want to come in, get a book? Totally understand. I'll let you buy any book you like. In fact, I'll let you buy a couple of books if you like. We got plenty."
Oh, hi. Haven't seen you here before.
Oh, you're a regular. Yeah. First day. Sylvester Gallo. You can call me Sly though. You are?
Sly. Petra. I'm actually the bakery next door.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Very nice.
And I'll go shake his hand.
Okay.
I'll
When
say,
okay, go ahead.
Is Charlotte in?
Is she in, Jerome, or would I know where she is?
No, she's not here.
Okay. She's not in. I'm not sure what's going on. Didn't want to pry. But yeah. Why? Were you needing something? Maybe I can help you out.
Oh no, we're just friends.
Oh.
Sorry, you were gonna say something and I interrupted.
Oh, no. So let's see. Jerome, when she and I shook hands, he wants to use his supernatural awareness to see if there's anything supernatural about her.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Rolls. Two successes.
All right. So. Right up to it. So you are picking up a very similar vibe.
Okay, to what Charlotte was?
In the vicinity, yes. A very timeless vibe.
Okay. You and Charlotte, longtime friends?
Not that long. So how's your first day going?
Well, as you can see, I mean, we're packed. Clearly, my arrival has done so much for the bottom line of this establishment, but I'm sure, first day jitters. Sure, we'll get this party started. I think maybe, well, I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll figure something out.
Is this your usual kind of haunt?
No.
Out of character, does he look like he fits in an occult metaphysical kind of store?
Absolutely not.
No.
That's
no
what
way.
that's what I thought.
Yeah,
But then, I mean, I don't either, so
right.
that's fine.
He looks like he's the money man behind the wife who would go to an occult shop. He's there to provide the credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Petra is also, like yesterday, wearing like a knee-length sundress with a long cardigan over the top.
Okay.
And Keds.
Okay. Gotcha. How old?
She looks about 22.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
Brown hair, blue eyes, Caucasian, athletic, but young.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So he's like, yeah, really, just new in town, needed a place to actually start my life here in Savannah. Just found my way here. You live here long?
2 years.
Good. 2 years. You don't have any ideas of leaving, do you? Everything's been good the past 2 years?
No, I'm pretty happy here.
Good to hear. All right, I'm making the right decision. I mean, if you want to be here, clearly, it's good enough to stay.
Well, I mean, Savannah's a very beautiful city. You've probably driven around a bit. The trees are nice. The humidity is sometimes takes some getting used to. The sea is very close. It's very eclectic kind of town. We're not really tourist season right now, but if you're staying here for a little while, things will get interesting.
Is that your draw here, the tourist season, or is it something else
no,
that got you here?
I have family in town.
Oh, excellent.
So, just thought I would check in. It's nice to meet you. Do you like cookies?
I do. It would be strange if I didn't like cookies.
Some people don't. The whole gluten trend and
oh yeah, you got to watch out for those people. Who knows? Gluten, not gluten.
You'll probably get a lot of them in this store.
Oh boy,
but
you're probably right.
Well, swing by. I mean, we're closed now. We only stay open, the first half of the day. But swing by sometime and I'll give you a couple of cookies on the house.
Well, this job is already bringing out the perks. I think I made a good decision. Appreciate the offer. That sounds great. Yeah, I mean, thanks for stopping by. Sorry, Charlotte wasn't here for you, but I'll let her know that you swung by.
Great. Okay. Well, good luck. Hope your day pans out well.
Likewise.
And she'll wave to the other guy on her way out.
Sure. He waves, and just as Petra, as you're exiting, some guy comes walking in. He maybe just barely cleared 20, sort of thing. He's still got that, sort of teenage youth about him, but with enough hair on his face to say, oh no, he's still got a shave.
He's like, I'm an adult now.
Yep, I'm an adult. I throw it on the ground. So, yeah, he comes walking in. He's got like a bundle of, like a small bundle of flyers with him, and he asks the other guy, get his name here real fast.
Was it Eamon? I think somebody said Eamon, but I don't know if I wrote it down.
His name is Amon.
Amon. Oh, right, Amon.
And yes. So he's a Middle Eastern man, of complexion and whatnot. But yeah, he's here. And Amon has been, he motions the guy forward. The guy comes walking and says, "Hey, do you mind if I, set these flyers down here? It's like it's just an outreach, for people who might be into this sort of thing." And he says, yeah, that's fine. And sets them down, on the countertop someplace. And it is for and this is not the only one that's here, by the way. There's a cork board that's got like fellowships, pagan circles, or there's a couple there for like AA groups and sort of thing. So it's like it's a community board, for people to to post stuff up. And so he sets his down there. And this one is for the Enlightened Society of the Weeping Moon.
So he's gonna take a look at that and grab one of the flyers and like start reading, seeing what it says.
Okay. It is based upon the what it's promoting is it's like a social group, networking, exploring the mysteries of life, that sort of thing. It's giving off kind of a very Masons sort of vibe.
Okay, yeah.
Not necessarily a secret society, but not one that just lets everybody come in. But
Sure.
it's obviously there to promote itself.
Okay.
And it has a badge on it, like an official badge and everything,
Mm-hmm.
that's written in Latin, and it says Societas Societas Erudita Lunae Lacrimandi, which just translates into Enlightened Society of the Weeping Moon.
Right. Okay. So he's looking at that and he smiles a little bit as he's looking at the Latin. He's like, interesting. Huh. I might want to take a look. And what does it look like when they meet and where they meet and stuff?
Yeah, they have a public meeting that's open to people looking to possibly join once a month, and it lists it's usually like the fourth Friday.
Okay. How far away from that are we as of today?
You're about 2 weeks out from here.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And so with that, he drops the things off and he goes, heading outside, hops into a beat up car and
is there any like contact information, anything like that to get in touch with people earlier
website.
than that, or
There is a website.
Got it. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else happening right now in the place, if I'm just waiting around, he'll pull out his smartphone and take a look at that website, see what it's all about.
Sure. So looking at the website, it's pretty straightforward. Again, it's just it's a small. Looks like the website probably used a lot of free tools to make it, but it doesn't look crappy. Like
Okay.
somebody had put some effort into it, but it's not like it has a bunch of like rotating graphics and flashy, glitzy sort of thing.
Right.
But I mean, it looks like it's a society dedicated to better mental health, exploring the secrets of the world, better understanding of you. So like quasi Mysterio, occultic, as well as self-help, which kind of falls in the vein of a lot of pagan groups.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Does it have any type of bend to it where like it seems like it's reaching out to those who are like down and out or desperate or whatever, or does it just seem like anybody who's interested? Like how sinister does this
It's
seem?
more of anybody who's interested.
Okay.
Obviously, it looks like they hint at a fact that there's an application process, so they don't just accept everybody, but everybody's free to try and join.
Got it. Okay. Let's see here. Then then I'll save that as a bookmark so I remember it, and just pocket the thing, and do whatever else I need to do during my shift.
Okay, sounds good. Cade. So we are back to you.
Yes, hello.
So you've actually slept well for the first time in probably about a week. The beds here are actually quite nice.
Oh, interesting.
And you are the Airbnb, of course, is on a plantation, so or a former plantation, I should say. So it's nice, spacious, and open. It looks like there is some work being done to revitalize certain parts of it, and clean up and whatnot. But it's not like run down or really cruddy looking.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I will begin my I guess once I wake up, do my like kind of calisthenics, getting ready for the day. Push-ups, stretching, all that good stuff. Just make sure I'm ready for the day. I don't know if there's any food. I don't know. I've never been. George has never been to an Airbnb, so he's not sure if they provide food.
They
It
do
is
not.
with breakfast. They do provide breakfast.
Oh, excellent. And so yes, I will go to wherever I believe that there will be food, and I will eat my fill, or at least I'll eat what they'll allow me to eat.
Okay. So basically, the where you're at is actually in a good way to look at least in the scale that it's at right now. Have you seen the movie Forrest Gump?
Yes.
How
Yes, I have.
that was a big house and a bunch of people just kind of stayed in the other rooms,
Mhm.
sort of thing. It has that kind of vibe. So all you need to do is just walk down from the second floor from where you were at, go into the dining area like one would in a house, and they've got they have it's not a full on meal or whatnot. There are some pre-made flapjacks. There are sausage links, and then there's like a bowl of fruit that you can pull from that has like some apples or grapes or banana or whatever have you.
Okay. So it's like
and there's a pitcher of OJ and a pitcher of water.
Oh, right. For a second, I thought you said a picture of OJ, and it was like Simpson. Picture
Yes.
of OJ. Yes.
And there's a glove right next to him that says, "If the glove don't fit, you must have quit."
I will leave the glove where it is, but I will get some OJ, and I will. Are there other people down here? Or is it just me?
Right now, it's just you.
Oh, well then I will. Because it doesn't seem to be anyone else here at the moment. I will eat my fill. I don't have to feel like I need to hold back on the appetite. Do I see anybody coming in and bringing in more food, or does it just seem to just be here?
It just seems to be here right now.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, I will eat my breakfast, kind of keeping an ear out,
Sure.
looking around.
And the inside of the of this building, everything is done in a very southern manner. So that decor down here looks like it's been refashioned to kind of mirror 1800s South. So nice, classy rocking chairs, wooden chairs in here, tables with kind of knotwork on them. It's a throwback to a different era.
Interesting. Yes, I guess, yeah, well, if I'm done eating, then I guess I'll get up and kind of. I imagine that I got in probably kind of late with everything that was happening
Mhm.
the night before, so I probably went straight to bed. But yeah, now that it's daylight, I will get out and I will take a look at the different things to see if I can find any plaques, anything that is interesting history. Um, I don't know if I'm allowed to leave the house, but I would like to, take a step out and just walk the grounds, see if
Sure.
just get a look around, get an idea of my bearings. Also, am I noticing any obvious security cameras or people watching me?
No, nothing like that. There are some security cameras on the outside, and then one in the main hallway, but nobody like obviously keeping their eyes on you.
Okay, but yeah, nothing. Because I know that I'm kind of here as a partial guest,
Mhm.
partial prisoner. Prisoner might not be the right way to put it, but I'm being told like what I am allowed to do and can't do. What is that but a prisoner? So I just wanted to see how tight of a leash they're keeping on me.
Okay. It would appear, by all intents and purposes, not a very tight one.
Okay, then I will take that as a kindness. Um, I won't stretch it any further than I need to, but I would like to uh yeah, just check the grounds, just kind of see if there's anything that might call my interest. Just here on the grounds. I know that not so many great things happened in this part of the world, and so it might be a good idea to, make sure it's not haunted.
Gotcha. So as you are, why don't you go ahead and give me a roll for that then,
Yes, all right. What should I be rolling?
for your awareness?
Perception and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Difficulty is 6.
We'll say it's difficulty 6 right now. Yes.
Difficulty 6. All right. Hey, 3 successes.
Nice. Okay. So as you walk around the grounds, you can see that they're doing field work as well, trying to get that cleaned up and probably repurposed into something. They've got fences that are going to need mending and work and whatnot. But walking around the grounds from some of the old other small cottages that sit on the property, as well as the plantation itself, you're not picking up a sense of a haunting, but it has all the earmarks that it quite possibly could have something like that. It's an old property, distressed in some way, one way or another. It's clearly got a long history of distress of some kind. Negative energies centered around that, with the slavery and racism, of bygone eras.
Yes. Yeah. But I guess that's about as much as I would expect. But it's at least good to know that this is not haunted. They did not put me in a haunted bed and breakfast.
Right.
Oh, wouldn't that be the ultimate death sentence? Oh, stay the night here in our haunted bed and breakfast. Yes, well, if there's... Actually, I'm going to check my phone. Do I have any messages from... Let's see, because I know that I got numbers from a number of people, but Charlotte or Joe, has any of them messaged me about... Or Johan or Lillian, any of the people that I'm supposed to be meeting up with later on today in order to prove my... Okay. So, yeah.
You know that when night falls, you'll probably be hearing something, but not right now.
Okay. Then I have time on my side. Was it... They told me I was not allowed to leave the city, but is it a problem if I go into the city to just further look at things, or... I don't remember them saying I was forbidden from leaving.
Right. They did not specify anything of that nature.
Okay. Well, in that case, I will... satisfied that there's nothing untoward happening in the house, I will gather my things, at least the things I feel that I might need. You know, I can leave excess clothes and suitcases and such, but I will take my... Yes. And yeah, let's head into town. Maybe I'll try out that seafood place in Tybee Island that I was told about.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So
it now has a name.
Oh,
yes.
What's the name?
The cafe also has a name. The cafe is called Cafe Coquille, and I will put that in the chat.
Cafe Coquille.
The restaurant is called Siren's Seaside Grill.
Siren's Seaside Grill. Right. I don't know how long it will take me to get there, but hopefully it'll be enough to work up an appetite. It
will probably be about 15 minutes.
Oh, from where I'm at? Oh.
Maybe 20.
Okay. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just stop by the cafe and get a coffee, but it'd be nice to see the region. Yeah. So, actually, if it's only... how close is it?
It from where you're at is clear across Savannah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I will take the car then. I was thinking, maybe it might be nice to walk, but
oh no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, way too far to walk.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So you go heading across Savannah at this point, get caught up in a little bit of downtown traffic, but not terrible, and pull into this seafood. Well, pull in the parking for seafood restaurant. This is, I think it was called the Tybee. What was the name of the place?
It was like a marina or something.
Tybee Marina. There we go.
Yeah.
And the look of the place, there are, like, as you're pulling in, right immediately off to your left, there's like 4 rows, basically, well, I should say 2 rows in there, which translates into 4 stacks or so, where boats can be housed. But I'm talking like the outboard motor boats, so not really big, but or rowboats, can be stored up there for people who want to store that. Then in a kind of an L-shaped pattern, as you're pulling into this dirt road, there is a cafe that's currently closed. Then right next to it is a cult bookstore.
Right.
Currently open. Right next to that is a seafood storefront. So they sell fresh seafood in there for anybody who might want to buy it, buy any. And then literally coming right off of that in the L shape, the rest of that is the restaurant. And in between the two is like a walkway you can go to that leads you out onto the lake or river there, where there are several places to dock boats.
So it's definitely got that that marina smell.
Oh yeah,
It smells like the sea. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Not
It's
not
right
unpleasant.
Off, it's right off the river, and the river isn't far from the ocean. So yes.
All right, excellent. Well, if the drive didn't take me that long, I'll probably stop in the. I probably stopped by the cafe to look in, seeing that it's closed. I guess I'll go to the bookstore and then see if there's anything that's interesting there, and then move on to the restaurant if I'm hungry.
Okay.
I just ate breakfast, so.
Okay. Here we go. Grab the link, and I will post that up in our Facebook chat so you get a good visual of what that looks like. There you go. Okay, and I'm sorry, where are you stopping at first, George?
I would like to go to the occult bookstore.
Okay. So the occult bookstore still is currently open. Sorry, we got a lot of feedback there from you, George. So, I don't know if you hit the microphone or whatnot. But...
Oh, that was rough.
Yeah, no, sorry, the microphone's right here. I didn't. Yeah,
Is it interference from your phone?
Oh, maybe. Because that's what I do. Is I brought my phone up.
Sometimes
Weird.
that happens.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, I'll move that away then. I can't look at it.
No worries.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Okay, well, so anyways, yeah, so the storefront, I don't know if she named the actual occult store offhand. We'll have to get with that later. But it's a nice, quaint little shop coming on the inside. There's a couple tables here for people to sit and relax. You can get coffee in here if you're so inclined. It has several, along the walls, it's got several rows of books that you can get. You can kind of sort through. There's a small rack for the Ren Fair crowd of commissioned items for sale, like clothing pieces and whatnot. There's obviously a counter with crystals and silver jewelry that you can purchase. It's got kind of the whole shebang.
Oh, interesting. So it appears to be an occult bookstore, but it kind of feels a bit more like a souvenir shop. It's got a lot of knickknacks and doodads, I guess.
It's a occult bookstore meets Hallmark store.
Right. Yeah, I shall step in, kind of get the lay of the land, wave to any attendants that talk to me. But yeah, I'm gonna come and just see what's what.
So Sly, you were just waved at.
Afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, how you doing today?
Doing great, sir. You looking for anything of the occult variety? Anything I can help you find?
I'm not looking for anything in particular, but do you have anything that might give me more of an idea of like the local legends? Things that I understand Savannah's a very haunted city, but I did a tour the other day or yesterday, and it was not it wasn't very stimulating. I'd like to do a little bit of research on kind of what's going on in the area.
Yeah, I hear. I know what you mean. It's tough to say which of those tours give you the real tour, if you know what I mean. There's some places that, yeah, they say they're haunted, but there's plenty that really are. Here, let me walk you around the store, show you what we got. And so he gets out from behind the counter and he starts kind of showing you the lay of the land, and he just starts like kind of pulling out books, anything that has a title that looks like it has anything to do with the like history of Savannah, anything ooky spooky, and he just kind of starts showing things.
There's like two shelves of some books are national prints, that have had like national runs. Several of them from authors that claim to be from the area. So it's got a mix of both.
Okay. Yeah, if you show me around the Red Fair stuff, I think Kate is probably like gonna chuckle like, oh, that's how cute.
Like, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah. Is the is the Ren Fair quite big in Savannah?
You know, that is a great question. I'm kind of new here myself, to be
Oh.
honest with you. But yeah, they do get around, don't they? I mean, they put tons of effort into everything they make, as you can see.
Yeah, no, it's lovely. So yeah, so you're new in town. Is there any place that you would recommend? Any place that you found that has been particularly interesting that you'd recommend to a fellow tourist?
You know, the bakery next door, just right next door.
Mhm.
The owner, great lady. You might want to go over there and try it out. Let her know that Sly sent you her way. She might offer something for free. Don't quote me on that, but she might. You never know.
Okay, I guess. Well, but I did take a look before I came over, and it looks like they're closed. Do you know if they open up later in the day?
They're actually more of an early day establishment. Yeah, you're going to find that a lot around these areas. It's kind of got that
Oh.
quaint small town feel, especially in the touristy areas. The further
Mm.
you get away from here, the more modern it gets. It's just like anywhere. You
Hmm.
are you? Sorry, I noticed the accent. Are you new to the country, like as far as visiting, or?
Um, that's a good question, Jerome. How long have I been in the country? Would
We didn't really state, so
Okay, so yeah, all right. So I'll say I've been here a bit, not enough to lose the accent, of course, but people seem to find it charming. Um, yeah, but no, I'm new to Savannah. I had kind of wanted to, I haven't been to every corner of America, and I kind of wanted to see the world. And this is part of the world. It's a beautiful place, very interesting people. But yes, I wanted to. Yeah, I've got a little interest in ghost stories, and I heard that Savannah had quite a few, and so I'd like to hear, what's going on, or what has gone on, I should say.
Interesting, interesting. Are you one who is really that interested in the paranormal? Is that kind of what draws you to places, or it's just one of your hobbies?
I would say, that's yeah. I don't get asked that often. It's definitely an interest, but like I'm not walking around with those readers and like checking the waves and all of that
Oh,
stuff. Like it's a lot of that stuff is just silly. But yeah, no, it's learning about those kinds of legends. You learn about the place, and uh, ghost stories. You learn a lot about the past because every place has a little bit of history in it, and um, it's just a good place to, I guess, get started. And I don't know, it just makes it more fun than if I was to just, do you have an encyclopedia where I could look up who the mayor was in the 1800s. It's more fun if I can, if it's like encapsulated around an interesting little like horror story.
hmm, interesting. Yeah, yeah, I can see where you're going with that. It's a fun way to look at where people have come from and how the area's developed. Sure. Let me take a look here. Let's take a look around here and see what we can find. If there's any sort of encyclopedia paranormally or whatever.
Yes, yes, thank you so much.
Sure. So when he's walking around, then trying to help him with that. This is getting his interest, so he's gonna use his senses again to see if there's anything regarding this guy that's supernatural.
this guy, okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Jerome, can I, because I'm in an occult shop, could I like dueling banjos this? Like, I want to use my clear sighted thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and also just because, yeah, I'm a little paranoid.
So, yeah. 2 successes.
Okay. And he keeps scoring the same level. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It never gets higher.
Second.
Jerome, do I have a special difficulty for this or just 6?
I'm looking right now, just double check.
Okay.
I don't think you will. But
Yeah, it says with a perception alert.
you would if there was something hiding it, like obfuscate or something.
Mm-hmm.
So you would just roll perception and alertness.
Okay.
So difficulty 6.
Oh, 4 successes.
Okay.
The dice bot does like the accent.
That's the key.
That's the trick. As soon as I started doing an accent, I started rolling better. Everyone, this game takes place in Peaky Blinders now.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna have to make an ST ruling on this because this was obviously made well before Dale's thing was ever a thing. Okay, so Dale, man, there is just something about this area because this is the 3rd time you've picked up the same kind of vibe. Like there's just a timeless quality to everybody you seem to be meeting now. Which is the weirdest thing. Once,
right.
Okay. Twice, 3 times. Is this thing broken? Because that, like,
everybody in the town supernatural.
Right.
Is that what
well, for you, it's like that never happens. Like you've never run into a situation where you've gotten the same kind of vibe off of 3 people, back to back to back like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So George, you actually see, since you stop and focus, you actually see, let me take a look. I think
that would also depend on his willpower, if he's able to actually see Sly.
Right. I'm trying. Oh, I didn't pull that here. No, I didn't need that. I needed the book. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Well, that's actually what clear-sighted was there for. And that's why I'm checking. Oh, here we go. Your torment is lower. Okay, so you are picking up kind of a faded, kind of halo-ish white light coming from Sly. Which for you is a first. This isn't like an aura. Like, oh, you have an amazing aura about you sort of thing. Not like that. Almost as if there was something else there.
Okay. So it's not just his chakras are just really in alignment.
Correct.
Okay.
Although that is true too. My chakras are great.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell. Look, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I shall just keep that in my pocket for the moment. And just continue to, just chit-chat, look for interesting books, maybe consider buying something from this, the Ren Fair section. Is the, and I will turn to Sly and I will say, is the Ren Fair in town right now?
Jerome, would I have seen anything in the area that says no?
It's not. Yeah. You actually, remember, you saw that in the,
comic book thing. Or Arcana Cabana.
Yeah, Arcana Cabana. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, you actually saw a mention of that. It actually already passed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? It just ended actually recently. Yeah, so I mean,
Okay.
that stuff is at least here. They can't quite sell everything, but before we try to, you might, honestly want to wait a little bit if you're going to be in town for a while. I'm sure they're going to decrease the prices of that eventually. So if you've got some patience to you, might get some of that gear for a steal if that's your thing.
That is a good question. I'm not sure how long I will be in town. However, I guess it makes sense not to blow all my money on the first stop. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
believe.
I'm not going to stop you from blowing all your money at the first stop. Please, by all means, if there's a place to blow your money, it's here. I'm sure you can tell.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I appreciate your kindness and also the fact that you aren't just obviously trying to get into my wallet. Yes, no, this has been an incredibly pleasant experience. Um, yes, no, this was fun. So yeah, and so yeah, do you mind if I ask you? You said you're also new in town. Is there anything what brought you to Savannah?
It's the strangest thing. I been driving around the past few months and trying to find out where to sit down roots, kind of get my bearings, and something about Savannah just reminded me. Uh, that also reminds me. Actually, you wouldn't happen to know anyone by the name of Kieran Rourke? Does that happen to ring any bells for you?
Kieran Rourke. Do I know who that is?
Do you have anything written on your notes or sheet?
Let's see. On my sheet, no. The name's not ringing any bells.
Then no clue. Doesn't
Okay.
ring a bell.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So I will say no. The name doesn't ring any bells.
Hmm.
Are they a
All
friend
right.
of yours?
Just somebody I've been trying to get in touch with. Yeah, just different business. But yeah, no, I wasn't really into the occult aspect of it at first, but it's growing on me. I've always had a little bit of interest in it, but well, now it's time to explore it a little more.
Yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. But yeah. So you didn't have much interest in it before, but now you're working in a occult bookstore. That's an interesting path.
True, true. I'm just placed on the funniest of paths, and I meet the most interesting of people. They all just seem so timeless.
Right. You do. Yeah. No, you strike me as somebody. You. How to put it? You struck me as a person who's probably been around. You've seen your fair share of things.
Yes, you could say that. I've been around. Uh, well, was there anything else I could help you find or direct you to? Don't
Uh,
want to push you up, but you just see how busy we are. I mean, whew.
yeah. No. I thank you. I greatly appreciate spending the time to show me around and also talking with me. This is definitely one of the most pleasant experiences I've had since I've gotten here.
Excellent. Well,
So
I'm
yeah.
glad I could help.
Yes, thank you. And I will pay for the books that seem most interesting. And yeah, I will go about my way.
Okay.
Mhm. And
I kept feeling like Dale was about ready to like smack the counter, on top of the counter, and like this shop right here. Yeah, doing the automobile salesman.
Yeah.
This car right here.
Yeah.
What can I do to get you in this bookstore today? Actually, Jerome, I'm assuming, like, would it be possible to I'd like to pull out my phone and I'm going to send a message asking about faded haloish white light. Just kind of get a sense for that. Or would I be able to make a roll in order to know what that means?
Ooh, you definitely don't have the lore for it. Why don't you give me an intelligence and occult, difficulty 9.
Right. Okay, Dicebolt. Listen to my accent as I type. Let's see, intelligence and occult, difficulty 9. And I do have a specialty of accent. 2 successes. No, 3 successes. I got a 10. The accent works. I'm writing that in my notes.
All right. Well, based on those or that roll, your first thought, well, one, you're going to need to get it finalized. You need to find somebody who might know something about it. It is definitely haunting related, i.e. possession. To what degree, you're not certain. You would seem to think that the shade that you were given was probably in a positive sense, but again, hard to say.
Okay. Possessed in a positive sense, or is this,
or the soul,
or the spirit that is doing the possessing is a good one?
potentially,
Okay, that is. Oh,
or potentially lacks the corruption to show.
interesting. Okay, I finally found something interesting in Savannah, aside from a bunch of vampires who want to beat me up. Right? Yes, I will. I will make my way to the seafood restaurant. I will get a table, start reading books, and start contacting my circle and just start seeing what I can find. If there's any other help I can get in the area, but also just trying to. Yes, I've got an onion to peel.
Okay, sure. So you go to start doing that at this point. We're going to fast forward to the evening at this point. Joe, you are quote unquote officially rising.
Yep, and I will have a look through messages, of course,
Right.
and see the one from my lovely coworker. And does the message list where and or when I'm supposed to meet this Charles person?
You're supposed to give him a call.
Oh, did they put the number in the text?
100%.
And she'll reply back, okay, so you're saying I gotta show somebody around town. All right, I guess it's part of the job. So she'll call Charles.
Okay. So, Charles, you've been kind of burning the day away at this point, mostly because that mimosa and popper that you took with
Your
it,
cocktail.
it kind of laid you up longer than you anticipated.
Nice. That's what we like to hear.
So, roughly about an hour before you got this call, you eventually got up. You have like a massive cowlick, from your hair because you just slept on it really funny, on the pillow. Like the pillow's in a really weird kind of partly fluffed, partly like not, to help with the cowlick, and you slept really weird. And so now you're trying to get yourself put back together when the call comes through.
Right. Yeah, it's Charles.
Oh, hey, Charles. I think you're the one I'm supposed to be talking to. My name's Joe. I was told to chaperone you around town a little bit.
Chaperone me around town?
Yeah, because, I guess you're part of this shoot that's coming around.
Oh, yeah. No, we got to go to South Carolina and he'll like list off the address. There's
South
a
Carolina. I'm not going to another state.
apparently there is a street fighting fight tonight, and we are looking for our leading lady.
Yeah,
She might be
the
there.
address given is in Limehouse, so it's literally right across the border.
Oh, okay. Oh, so is that
So
what you
I mean,
tell her?
technically it's another state, but it's like
Well, he didn't tell her where it was at, like the place. She might know it. So I mean, so
Yeah.
where in South Carolina? Like, I mean, I know we're close to the border and whatever,
Right.
but like, I don't want to cross state lines if I can help it.
right, it's he'll give the address.
sure.
It's at
Oh,
this. Yeah.
that's a hop, skip, and I mean, I guess that's close enough. to the
Yeah.
border
So
to be okay.
you're working with Mikhail then? That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I was brought in as a I don't know what you call it. I guess a hand or whatever to deal with technical stuff,
Oh, okay. You're going to be working on the pyrotechnics. All right. That's good. That's good.
something like that.
All right. He's going to like look around for his, and then like check his phone. What time is it? It's like 4 or 5.
At this point, you're actually at about 4 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, 4. We got to get there. We got to be there at about 5. How soon can you get to the hotel? And he'll name off the hotel.
How long would that take me? Like 20 minutes, maybe. If that. I don't know where he's at technically.
About 15.
Okay, I could be there in about 15, but it'll probably be closer to 5. I'm not a big daylight person.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'll be there. Do I need to bring anything in particular? Like you got transportation, or am I driving you?
I got transportation. Actually,
But should
can
I
I?
be driving though? Because I mean, you're not from around here.
I mean, yeah. If you want to drive me, that's great.
Yeah, I get paid either way, so it's no difference to me.
Oh,
Sure,
and
sure.
correction, it's about 5 at this point,
Okay.
given the fact your timing of getting up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there in maybe 5:45.
All right. See you soon.
All right.
He's gonna get. He's gonna hang up.
And Davey, you're out of focus.
I am out of focus. Unbreaded.
Unbreaded.
Unbreaded. My camera is unbreaded.
No, it's still.
Fun fact, apparently it is a shorter drive to Limehouse than it is to Tybee Island.
To where?
Tybee.
Tybee Island, yeah.
Okay.
25
Still
minutes
blurry.
from town. Limehouse.
Well, deal with it later.
17.
Let's close out the PDF. Oh no, wait! I need my character sheet. Well, whatever. I'll close out Google Maps. Let me close out this Mythic Savannah.
That's not going to help with the
Not the blurriness. You need to come into focus. Yeah.
Come on, focus.
You should put your hand there for a second, leave it there, and that way.
What might also help is take off autofocus.
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
There you go.
Better.
Yeah. All right. Now I got to bring up my character sheet.
Okay, so Joe, you drive over to his hotel. where
I'm
he
in my
is at.
pickup.
Okay.
It's a little Toyota, or no, I hadn't decided. It's a Toyota Tacoma or something like that.
Okay.
Nice.
So you pull up to this extended stay that he's at. He's got, and probably lay on the horn.
Yeah, I'm out there and just laying it on the horn. I'll text him like, "Hey, I'm here. Come on down."
Right. Headed on down. So yeah, he'll come down. He's dressed kind of like how he was last time. Dress shirt, slacks, some nice shoes, a nice watch, and he'll make his way down.
Okay.
And when he sees the truck, he'll walk over to the truck. He'll open the door, get inside. Hey, you must be Joe.
Hey, you must be Charles. So she'll shake his hand.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Yeah, we're this production here is we don't have a lot of money, so I kind of have to fill in for the casting director.
So you're so we're going to this limehouse. You said it was
Yeah.
place to scout what you said, a leading lady.
A leading lady, yeah. One of the fighters there, Jocelyn Myers, and
Have I heard of Jocelyn before?
he's gonna go ahead and pull up the picture of her, like an
Would-
internet.
Would Joe even follow fighting?
No.
Okay, so no.
I was just curious.
So yeah, he'll pull up a photo of her. Does she?
Yeah. Okay.
Has she done roles at all before? Like, is she? No, this is going to be her first time. Okay. Yeah.
Are you sure she's gonna be there? Is there like a fight tonight or something?
Yeah, there's going to be there's a street fight tonight. So we're gonna.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's the first for me. So let's go.
Yep.
And she'll say, "Buckle up, eh? I don't need you going through a windshield."
Right. And he'll buckle.
Oh yeah. So she's gonna put the metal to the pedal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just a little bit of a lead foot.
sure.
What are we listening
Ally.
to?
We're listening to
Destiny's
I don't know.
Child.
Industrial goth.
No,
That's
we're
a
listening
child.
to some Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
Bye 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 bye. Da, 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 da,
All right.
da, da, da.
The
All
whole
right. So
CD and everything is playing in this car.
Joe, why don't you give me a Dex and Drive check? Difficulty 7.
Let's go. Let's hit that semi.
Yeah, we'll see. Difficulty 7, you said?
Yep.
Oh, whoops. Hold on, wrong one. Whoops.
Quick,
Sorry.
use an accent. Use an accent. If it rolls for science, if you roll better.
For science.
So an accent makes it roll better. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I don't have any specialties. 1.
Okay. Well, that's good enough. So she's driving. She's driving like she stole it.
Nice. Let's go.
And California rolling or California stopping pretty much at every stop sign. So meaning not stopping, really, and just flying to get there. You end up getting from your hotel to the address in question in Limehouse. You end up getting there by 6:30 at the latest.
Perfect.
So not terrible. You have to pay to get in, but I'm not gonna make you guys make rolls for it. It's $15 at the gate. It's somebody's nice house. You can hear a lot of chanting and some music going on. Basically, they have converted. If anybody has seen any clips on YouTube of street beefs,
Oh, it's one of those.
it's
okay.
one of those. Yes,
Of what?
street beefs. In essence, it's look it up when you have the chance. They're great, but it's basically amateur and semi-pro fighters that get in usually somebody's backyard. It's got a fence and
Yeah.
Okay.
fenced off and whatnot. There's like 75 people out here, which is huge for backyard fight. There's a big, a decent looking painted sign that says, yeah, sounds like the name of a burger cart. Street beefs. Where's the beef? It's called Backyard Brawls, and they've got, it's standing room only. There's no like seats unless anybody brought like lawn chairs and whatnot.
Oh man, I
And
should
then
have brought my lunch.
They've got people, around this, circular cage along the side. They've got painted on names of people that have fought there, records or KOs or and whatever have you. They try to keep track of that in an informal manner.
Cool.
They do have a guy there in shorts and a ref shirt, wearing open. He's got a black shirt underneath, but it's kind of, left kind of dangling open. As you guys, pull up, you can see that there's obviously a couple of people who have fought before. One guy happened to be, as you're approaching right now, he's a really skinny 6'5" guy. Looks like he probably needs several hamburgers to get him to get him out of his emaciation. Versus some guy who's like 5'7", looks like he may work at a bar someplace that they're going at it. Like it's very mixed matched.
Mm-hmm.
But you end up seeing, by the time you get there, you end up getting there just in time when it's happening. And you end up seeing some lady step into the ring who looks like, oops, that is not the file that I wanted. They announce her name as Sarah Simmons. And she's a Caucasian, she looks like a Caucasian housewife who has maybe taken some Taibo yoga and some generic self-defense courses.
Oh no!
And they they're strapping her up with the the 8-ounce gloves. And getting ready. She's throwing some punches. Looks like she's maybe above average at that, but that's about it. And then in walks Jocelyn Flatline Myers. And of course she's got like a spiked vest on, and kind of a like a cropped, black crop top that she's wearing, black and purple, 8-ounce gloves. Basically her whole outfit kind of matches. So even though she's like semi-pro, she has a way better of a look. She doesn't have a whole lot of makeup on right now, and she's got her black hair kind of pulled back to a really short ponytail. And of course the ref at this point's going through like what's going to happen. For visual sake, she has an appearance 4.
Okay.
Housewife has an appearance 3. And of course, they're making their announcement sort of thing, like, who's who and who's lining up in what corner, and refs going over instructions and whatnot. And as soon as they say, oh, pardon me, let's get it on. They start. She jumps in and starts trying to punch Jocelyn. Jocelyn takes it, takes it for a couple seconds, letting her get some offense in, and then from there on out, it's pedal to the metal. She is throwing, she's throwing punches and kicks. They're connecting, and the crowd is reacting to each one. And she finishes her off with the move that I just posted in the Mythic Savannah Discord chat. It's called the Showtime Kick, if you've ever seen it.
Wow.
Basically steps across the fence, spin kicks, connects with her in the jaw, and she just goes straight down, just blah, blah, crumples into a heap, almost folded over into half. Like she kind of hits the ground so hard.
Oh, and everybody's like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
She's along with that crowd. And while this is going on, though, just I did roll for my sorceress awareness about any gifts or supernatural gifts that have been used or are in use around her within 10 feet. I rolled 4 successes.
Okay. And
as she's walking and observing, it's up.
It's a time of thin blood, correct?
Correct.
God, that poor lady.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys saw the kick?
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
That's
so
somebody's mom.
Yeah,
I can see if any kind of magic, including anything supernatural disciplines or gifts, is in use or was used within 10 feet radius of myself.
Right.
And specifically what kind of magic, it requires the perception and occult, difficulty 8, blah, blah, yeah. So.
Where the heck is it? I've got it, but I'm trying to find that stupid book. I know you had the blurb. Can you send the blurb back to me if you've got it? Or did you?
I sort of paraphrased it for myself in my notes here.
I should have been prepared for this one. I forgot about it.
Hold on.
Not by it.
What you're supposed to memorize the mechanics of like 6 different books.
I know.
I know,
all for
right?
one game.
That's why I put a blurb on here just to reiterate it for myself.
And did
did I
you
put the page number
did you
by
put? Yeah, I was going to say, did you put the page number on there? Because that'll help. 'Cause I just found the
probably
book.
did not. Shit. All right.
See how you are.
Yeah, I know. I should have put the page number. My bad.
I found the book. So if nothing else, I can get to it. It'll be just one moment. Come on.
Sorry, guys. I mean, I didn't put the page number because I had it written out for me. So I. Let me...
You should come up with a team name.
Alpha Strike.
Wait, what was that?
Alpha Strike.
Alpha Strike?
Yeah, that's our name in Street Fighter. It's our team name.
Are you going to use the same
Yeah,
team name?
just use the same team name.
Yeah, that
Captain America makes a new team. He's like, it's the Avengers.
Yeah.
Sir, we're mostly mutants and Morlocks. Avengers too.
Looking back through our notes here, see if I wrote it to you. I thought I did. Okay.
That wasn't the perceived vampire one, right?
No, this is
That's what I
Sorceress
thought.
Awareness. I think that one's. I want to say Mage, but I don't think that's the Thin Blood one.
So I'm trying to find the specific.
I apologize. I had it and I didn't write the name. I just wrote the description down, and then because I know you asked me about this before when I was making the character, and I gave it to you, but now I can't find the page information that I put it through. And of course, Messenger doesn't let me do like a search function. So
Here we go. Okay, and what'd you get for successes?
4. At
Is that
difficulty.
is that a merit?
Yes.
Oh,
I just don't know
in the
what
White Wolf wiki.
I'm not sure which book it's from. There are.
I know
lists
it's there. I would not have picked it otherwise. I just
no. I
can't.
know. There are lists.
The
that,
White Wolf wiki is listing it as the Inquisition book.
Sorceress Awareness.
The
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Oh, that's what the INQ means. Okay. No, I never click on those extra links, so I didn't know.
Okay, so I had that one pulled up here. Hold on one sec. Inquisition. Here we go. Supernatural.
No one ever expects to find it in the Inquisition.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
Did you roll a difficulty 8?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that was just a direct quote. Okay, cool. All right. Why don't you give me so you don't know what it is specifically. I'll just tell you that right off the bat. But it does look like that woman was finished off with some sort of magic.
Okay.
House mom.
The chick that we're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Noted. And I'll continue to watch the fight.
Well, that was it. That was the end of the fight.
Oh, that was the end of it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. I was doing this while it was going on, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, that's smack. She's done.
Okay. Wow,
Touchdown.
she packs a punch. I mean, she looks like she could be your lady.
Yeah. Hopefully she says yes. Fingers
So,
crossed.
she's all holding her hand up, in the air, defiantly sort of thing. And they're like, ah!
Is she aware that you're gonna be here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And got one shot at this, so wish me luck.
Well, good luck. Do you know who her people are? Like, do you have to go through somebody to talk to her?
I don't think she has anybody, to be quite honest. Like
okay.
at this level, I don't think she would have like an agent or anything.
So while you
Well,
guys
I
are
mean-
while you guys are talking, she's stepping out of the ring and starting to take off her gloves.
Yep.
We'll lead the way. I mean,
Yeah.
This is your show.
Is she okay? No, this isn't that type of place. Okay. I'll wait for her to like get done and out of the crowd. So that way, like, I don't have to like, hey, how you doing? Right after she just got a fight and she still has adrenaline going. So I'll wait for her to like make her way out of the crowd, and once she's like calmed down a little bit, he'll make his way over to her and say, Jocelyn, hi, my name's Charles.
So you approach at that point. She's there's like a bench where they have where some people can cool off or whatever, people who fought, but other than that, there's no like actual locker room or anything of that nature.
Right.
So why don't you go ahead and roll your charisma and expression as you're introducing yourself to her?
Charisma and expression /R 1d10 plus 18.
It's /MM, right?
It's /MM. I'm making a funny.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He's trying to get all the numbers.
Yeah.
Use an accent.
2 successes.
Okay. So she kind of, looks at you for a second. She says, hi? Who are you?
I'm Charles. I'm on a movie, and I'm looking for a leading lady. And I was hoping that maybe you might be interested in working for the movies.
So she kind of like looks like back and forth real quick, and she says, is this some kind of a joke?
No joke. And he's going to pull out Mikhail's card. This is my producer. His name is Mikhail. We've been scouting for a while, and we found you, and you were in the area. I thought I'd come over and say hi and make a proposal. See if you wanted to join an action flick. We're shooting. What was the name of the film?
Savage Streets.
Savage Streets. It's low budget. It's a really good way for you to get into the industry if you're interested. Up to you.
So she-
I saw you in the ring. You did awesome in the ring. So I know you can take punches. I know you can do the action and the stunts well. So
she kind of like she looks at the card for a second, then looks to the two of you, and she says, "So."
I'm just sort of smirking there.
Yeah.
Behind
All right.
him.
So
Sort of.
so she's like, "So how much are we talking here?"
It's 2 weeks of shooting, so it's going to be really quick. We're thinking 15,000. What do you think?
Why don't you give me another charisma and expression check, difficulty 7?
Div 7. Three successes.
Okay.
2 10s. So that's actually 300 successes.
And we are back to Davy math.
So yeah,
Which is like a half step above Jane math. 0 from 0 carries 0. So she's kind of like taking this in for a second because you just kind of came out of left field with this.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she says, "So I don't live in the area. So what am I going to do about housing? Is that coming out of the 15K? Because that would kind of suck."
I can set you up at a nice place in Savannah. We're going to be shooting there. It's just 2 weeks. It's not going to take that long. It'll help out your reputation if you want to continue like making movies. If you ever had thoughts of going to Hollywood, I know you're a street fighter. You want to make it big. This could really help your street fighting career too. So I can set you up in a really nice place. 15K is all yours. And they have catering at the studio for all
the
for all.
great place called Chateau did extended stay.
I mean, sure.
And you did not take any fame. Okay, that's what I was checking.
Yeah, no fame.
All right, so she says, "So this isn't like porn or nothing, right?"
No, this is a legit film.
Because I'll take your 15K and then rip it off.
Right. No. This is a legit action flick, martial arts flick. You're a street fighter. I'm a street fighter. We're gonna make a great movie together. We just need a leading lady. You're gonna do it. You're gonna be great at it. It's gonna be huge.
Only the best fighters.
And
Yeah.
you know, Miss Jocelyn, based on what I saw up there, I think that you'll definitely make an impression on the big screen.
So Joe, why don't you give me your charisma and subterfuge?
Oh,
That's okay.
okay.
Can I if I butt my aunt into this, would that help?
If you use awe, yes, it will.
Then I shall.
Awe in this particular case, I think maybe a little bit different of a role. Let's confirm it real quick. Awe. I hate it when it does that to me. Here we go. Presence. Get all the way down. Not unseen presence. I need presence.
No, I only have one. I'm just aw.
Aw.
Yay. Dampiers only get one level of any discipline.
Can Dampiers like Diablerize and become
No.
vampire? Oh,
So
wow.
if you're going to use
Charisma,
awe,
performance,
it's charisma
57.
performance difficulty 7.
Okay. Charisma. That's actually worse for me. Weirdly. It doesn't add to. Okay. All right.
Awe is good when you're trying to get one or more people on your side in a supernatural sense.
Yeah, just trying to get her to agree to do it. That's all. Okay, that's fine. I will burn. Can I burn a will for an auto then?
Yeah.
I shall. Okay. Where's my Discord? There it is. Rolls. Yeah, I've only got 2 dice to roll for this. I would have had more the other way around. I'm just trying to help. Thanks. Oh, no, difficulty 7. So 2 with the auto.
Okay. So, let me look at character sheets real quick.
For awe, that should be technically only need to at least get her, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Davey, not only do you completely believe Joe,
Yeah.
like she sounds really convincing and looks. You didn't give her enough credit. She looks a lot better than you last remember or whatnot. You know, wipe a little bit of grease off of her and maybe comb her hair or something and.
Yeah, because it's in a ponytail right now, just in a bun, like some sort of deal, like put up.
She might be worth taking out to dinner.
Wearing a tank top and some jeans, and it's like she's very basic.
But so at that point, so Jocelyn's like, all right, well, you foot the bill for I don't know what, a place for 2 weeks,
Yep.
some room or something, and
Done
15K. Sign me up.
Awesome. You got a ride of your own? Do you think you can make it down to Savannah? Do you need a ride?
No, she says yes. I got
All right.
here. I've got a ride.
All right, just checking. Okay.
So where is this at? You got the address or where I am
Yep.
to show up?
So he's gonna take the card from her and write down the address, the name and address of the studio.
Okay.
And hand it back to her. Said, okay, it's in Savannah. I think it's in the historic district. I think.
She's like, oh, and she's gonna pluck the card real quick. Here's my number, my cell. I know you're not from around here either, so if you need somebody to show you around and stuff, like I'll be here too. I'm working on this shoot as the tech help.
She says, all right.
Oh yeah, you should meet. Yeah, this is Joe. She's going to be working for on our pyrotechnics, and I think stunts too, right?
Something like that. I'll be kind of a jack of all trades on this, and Mikhail, he seems like a decent guy so far.
All right.
So she's like, all right. So then I'll see you tomorrow then.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah, it's great to meet you, Jocelyn. And she'll reach her hand out and shake it.
Okay. She shakes everybody's hand. She shakes Joe's a little bit longer.
She'll hold the grip. Hold the shake. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. And she'll walk away with Charles.
Away we go.
Okay.
Wow.
So as you guys are driving away at this point, Joe, you get a call.
Who's calling me this time?
It is Joseph.
Johan?
Johan.
Oh, okay.
Wrong game.
It's a yo.
And yeah, she'll answer, hey, this is Joe.
He says, Joe, you're needed for a meeting. So I don't know if you're nearby, but
oh yeah.
Need
No,
you
I'm
there.
actually just coming back into town. I'll where I gotta go.
He says, so we're meeting at the gives you a museum that you're meeting at.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be there in she just looks at her imaginary watch. I'll be there in about half an hour. I just gotta drop somebody off and then I'll see you there.
I think it's the Heritage Museum. It's the name of it.
Okay. Heritage downtown on Central?
Actually, that's right. Yeah, it's the Heritage Museum in Savannah.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking it's the Heritage Museum down here in Phoenix on Central.
Charles is going to give a call to Mikhail, let him know, hey, everything went great. She said yes, 15K. I just got to put her up in a nice place. No worries.
Okay, so he just sends you a thumbs up emoji and says, make sure she's aware of the start time.
Right. Start time.
Oh, I don't think you told her that. Oh, sorry.
I don't even know the start time.
Oh, sorry. It's the Telfair Museum, specifically the Telfair Academy.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, what time are we supposed to start tomorrow?
Yeah. What time are we supposed to start tomorrow? Send.
Yeah. Shooting starts right at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Awesome. Great.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. We might be without our leading lady, but that's all right.
You might also be without your technical help because I'm not a morning person or a day person. I work at night.
Hey, Joe only works at night. She's not a day person.
So just sends a message back. Understood. We will obviously have her there for the night shoots.
Okay. That works.
Okay.
Yep, you're going to be working night shoots.
Perfect. My boss gave me the next 2 weeks off to do this, so 2 weeks off, or when I'm getting paid, I can't beat that. So.
You ever thought of getting into movies, Joe?
No and no.
All right.
I'm not very photogenic.
Okay.
Charles would actually disagree.
Charles, yes. Charles does
Jocelyn
disagree.
would too.
I break the lens.
When the two of them fight over Joe, it's going to be really epic.
Fight.
She's got that charming personality. What can I say? So I mean, she'll continue to drive, and hey, I'm gonna drop you off. I got another thing to go to, but I'll see you tomorrow evening. I guess.
Yeah.
And,
Man, I didn't wake up in time. The seafood restaurant and the bookstore are closed now.
Well, yeah, it's late. Why would they still be open?
I'll go there tomorrow.
Restaurant is open.
Yeah, restaurant is still open.
Oh, well, I mean the bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll make it there tomorrow.
All right,
I mean,
and
do you want me to drop you off someplace specific?
Yeah, just back to the hotel. That'll be great.
Chateau de extended stay.
Chateau de extended stay, please.
Okay.
And
Drop 'em
Petra,
off and go to the meeting.
you also get a call.
I will answer the phone.
It's from Johan.
Good evening.
Evening. You're needed downtown.
Oh, is this about last night?
It is, yes.
Okay.
Lillian's got us. Lillian has some of us running around, so we're unavailable. And you know who wants you there.
Okay, I can be there in half an hour.
All right. See you then.
Thank you. So I will hop in the car and make my way into town.
Okay. So Cade, you have been told to show up at the Telfair Academy at 8 p.m. Telfair Academy is a part of a museum chain that sits in downtown Savannah. It's got several nice statues that sit right out front. Bright kind of yellowish paint to the outside.
Okay. Yeah, so I will I'm not sure where I am, but I may have spent the whole afternoon just picking out on food, reading books, sending messages back and forth, but yeah, so the fun has to end at some point. I'll gather my new treasures, get in my car, and I'll head right there.
Okay, yeah. So once you're there, it's a museum right now. It's after hours, but they have some specialty classes and whatnot that take place on the inside. Waiting out front is Joe and Petra.
Okay.
As well as another individual you don't recognize. Go ahead, pull that down. He, hold on one second.
Joe is she's at her truck, her little pickup, but she's in the back, she has the toolbox open and she's just sort of looking through stuff, just sort of tinkering and whatnot, waiting for people to show up.
Petra will just greet her politely.
And
she
then
sees you guys arriving, she'll look up and she's like, oh, hey guys, I thought I didn't know how many people were showing up today.
and then standing at the front, just watching people, occasionally walk by or come in or out as a class is finishing, is a rather attractive African American man, short kind of hair, dressed in a nice business casual. motioning for Petra and Joe to approach.
Oh, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe close everything up, shut up the back and stuff, and like, all right, let's go. She'll walk up.
And then when Cade starts to, when Cade at this point kind of approaches and starts looking around, at this point, the man motions to Cade and does like one of these numbers with his finger.
Okay. As I'm walking up, I would like to use my clear-sighted again, just to, as I'm being amiable, but I do want to know whether or not Lillian and others of her ilk are waiting in the eaves to pop a cap, as it were. Was it bust?
Go ahead and
is it
roll.
bust a cap?
Bust a cap. When Joe sees him show up and he does that number, Joe's also gonna go to him.
Okay. Okay. Let me do this with this roll. Okay. Is there a set difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
Right. Speaking with an accent, so that way the dice roller can pick it up.
Oh my
5 successes.
God. Your accent is amazing.
My accent is beating technology. Until
I'm telling you, it's the come hither from Joe that made it happen too.
How many points does that ability cost?
the accent or the
Yeah.
I think the accent has abs.
it's pronounced obs.
All right.
We have a good time here.
Clearly, yep. So you're not picking up anything, out of the ordinary around. It's just these three kind of waiting there for you.
Okay, and I shall make my way up.
Okay. And he says, Mr. Cade?
Yes. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking to?
I am Mr. Moore. I believe you have already met Joe and Petra.
Yes, I have.
Oh, yes.
Petra will shake his hand.
Okay. Oh, shake your hand. Assuming you were meeting me and not Mr.
Yes.
Moore here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I will offer my hand to Mr. Moore as well to shake.
Okay.
Joe just holds her hand out too.
Okay.
Waiting.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Moore
Leave her
passes.
hanging.
Yeah,
Okay.
for real.
Okay, I will say that is fair, and I'll shake Joe's hand. I was thinking about doing the kiss on the fingers, but
You should have.
Okay.
yeah.
I am sensing some careless whispers, or not careless whispers, but the sexy saxophone. Anyways,
And
Mr. Moore, kind of held up his hand when you extended it. He says, "Apologies, I do not typically shake hands. It's a security precaution."
no, I understand.
He
Yeah,
says,
just offering to be friendly.
"Right this way. We will be on the second floor."
Ooh.
And he says, "Petra and Joe, would you please fall in behind him?"
Oh,
Of course.
happy to.
And do control yourself, Miss Joe.
I'm okay. I just admire the scenery, that's all. There's no harm to it.
Petra kind of chuckles.
Yeah, Mr. Moore is looking a little discomforted by the exchange at this point.
Okay, I'll tone it down.
But leads all of you inside. You can see that there's not many people in here. It's kind of private right now. There is a class right now currently working on some yoga. So they've got some nice kind of soothing music in the background right now, for people who are in that zone. But as you walk upstairs, and I mean, the inside of this place is really nice. It's not a big museum, but the inside of it's really nice. You've got, several open displays. You've got, a room that most of the rooms that may have been small classrooms or bedrooms or whatever the building had been prior to, becoming a museum and academy. They've got galleries set up. Where you guys end up meeting, which, Petra, you've actually been here before. It is a nice kind of quaint gallery that has a bunch of pictures of the sea. Different. They're all painted, and they're different. They're basically different takes from different artists about life on the sea, either by like boat or from the shoreline or whatnot. It's really nice. The room on the inside has got this kind of nice lavender, calming color decor to it. There's a small bench in the middle of the room, hardwood floor. Standing in the room is, which both of you have seen her before, is Penelope Huxley, the Prince of the City. A very attractive, what would appear to be young woman, so probably in her early 20s. At this point, she is dressed in a more ritzy business look, almost the type of, almost business formal in a way. You could kind of slide into either, like you could kind of go to the opera in it almost, or you could go and probably get involved in some high price trades or sales. In an art deal or whatnot. So it could kind of pass for either. A nice dress. She has a glass with her at this point that she's just kind of rummaging around with a little bit as all of you walk in.
So realizing that the prince is here, she'll definitely like stand up a little straighter, okay. And keep her mouth shut.
Sure. And
Petra will bow.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if Cade sees you bow,
does Joe too, or does Joe continue drinking?
I'm drinking now, but
yeah, Joe doesn't bow.
Oh.
Cade
is
will
that
bow.
Okay? Just sorry, out of character. Have we bowed before the prince?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, then yes.
But not like on hands and knees.
No, like a curtsy sort of deal. Like
correct.
Yeah, she'll do that, of course.
You would know because you would know enough to know that she's Ventrue, and that goes a long way to show difference
she'll
in politeness.
100% do that. Yeah.
Yeah. If Cade will also bow if he sees Petra do it.
Yeah, as does Mr. Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And so she turns and looks to Cade at this point, and she says, "So you're the individual that everyone was making a fuss over."
Yes. Although admittedly I don't really know why. I haven't done anything that I thought was rude or untoward. But if I have, and I truly regret if I have, and I sincerely apologize. But yes, my name is Cade.
And she says, "My name is Prince Huxley. Welcome to my city."
Yes, no, thank you. Your city is very beautiful. I would offer a handshake, but I don't want to be rude, and but yeah, perhaps I'll just bow again.
She smiles and she says, "I do appreciate the difference." She says, "Mr. Moore errs on the side of caution, and I tend to listen to his counsel."
Yes, no, that is definitely fair.
Why exactly are you in my city?
So as I spoke to your compatriots yesterday, I'm kind of a bit of a drifter. I like to. Right. they told me yesterday not to beat around the bush. Even though people tend to not take me seriously whenever I say it, but I am a knight. I am in Savannah mainly just to see the sights, but I've never been to Savannah before, and I just wanted to. I hear it's a city that has a lot of history, especially a rich occult history, and I just wanted to study and see if there was anything interesting here. I have no intention of disturbing the social order or anything like that. As a knight, I just travel to places. I see if there is anything that is, definitely harming the people of the area. Not in. I should be specific. I've been brought before. You know. Canaanites before, other supernaturals in my time on this globe, but I am just here to make sure that things keep on the way that they are. I understand you all have a masquerade that you adhere to. I have no intention of disturbing it. I think it's what's the word? I think it's rather noble.
See, you'll forgive my impertinence by asking what exactly a knight is, and I don't mean in the typical Encyclopedia Britannica version.
Right. So I am I was a squire to Galahad. I was knighted. I was
visibly.
Yeah. I was knighted. I have some supernatural abilities, but yes, we are a bit of my order firmly believes that we ought to maintain a sense of peace in this world. If, so to speak, imagine that there was a city that was being overrun by a demon or something else, like my order would be sent in order to attempt to cull it. But I've not heard any such threats coming from Savannah. But honestly, I've traveled here and there around in the States. I'm quite new still to America, but yes, no, it's literally a new world for me, and I don't actually. I might be rambling. I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
So she says, the Galahad.
Yes.
Arthurian mythos?
Yes. Not quite myth, but yes.
And so she's trying to process that for a second as somewhat outlandish, as it might sound.
Yeah. It does sound crazy. That's why I don't tell it to people.
Terrence Moore is still stone-faced. If he's processing anything, he's not letting on. However, you see another woman come walking into the room. Okay. This particular woman looks like she, while she still is beautiful, not quite as beautiful as Prince Huxley, but more as a rugged hewn sort of beauty, like a woman who has worked for everything in her life and has taken nothing for granted. She has like a dark kind of auburn hair kept back into some braids. She is wearing modern clothing, but it's not quite as fancy as Prince Huxley's. It's good quality, but it could probably pass for something more comfortable and casual. Okay. So passing perhaps almost like almost a pantsuit, like a casual pantsuit sort of look. where they've got the blazer, just maybe a shirt on underneath, and then slacks and comfortable shoes, not like heels or anything, but shoes you could run in. She approaches and she looks and she says, and as she walks in, you can tell that Prince Huxley is, taken back just a little bit, but just barely. Like, she's good at what she does, but you can tell that she wasn't expecting her here. And she says, he speaks the truth, Prince Huxley. And she says, Catherine, I was not expecting you here. And she says, I apologize. I do get out every so often. And she did bow her head, although not as much as all of you, she did bow her head in politeness to Prince Huxley. And as she slowly, walks back around, where is that? Here we go. She looks to she looks to Cade, and she says, I remember you much younger, Cadron.
Oh, is that is she who I'm thinking of?
No, you don't recognize her.
Oh, I don't. Okay. I'll kind of say, you said your name is Catherine. Have you gone by any other names, one I might be a little more familiar with?
She says, you did not meet me. I was old when you were born.
Oh.
And she looks to Prince Huxley at this point, who is very interested in this particular exchange, and she says he and his party were waylaid by the creatures of the wood. And she kind of looks and she says, Lupine? And she says, yes. Although that was a long time ago, far, far away. And she's looking quite interested. And then she looks over to Petra and now Catherine is doing a little bit of a double take and she says, Marie?
No.
I did not expect to see you here.
Do I recognize her?
Why don't you give me an intelligence and awareness check?
Man,
Joe
Joe is like just looking
7?
at between the two of them. She's like, okay, like I got some notable people here.
You've got one? Uno? Okay.
Yes.
You were put on the spot, so now your brain like kicked into high gear real quick. And you haven't had to do this very often. Usually you're not the one getting quizzed with like past lives or anything of that nature. And you're like, she seems familiar, she knows who I am, and you're thinking, you're like, how do I know her? And then the bottom drops. And you realize who it is you're speaking to. The former Prince of New York.
Oh shit!
New York City.
New York City.
I knew that was coming. Get a rope.
And then she
I'm from
she
Texas.
bows again.
And so at this point, like Prince Huxley's like looking and she says, you know Petra? And she says, in another life, yes. There was a concern over a death that occurred in my city that she might have been tied to. And she suddenly went missing.
Petra says nothing.
Let lips are sealed, just looking at everybody, just wide-eyed.
Joe's like, "Where's my popcorn?"
Like, for real.
Cade is just happy that the spotlight has been taken off him for a moment. He can unclench his muscular butt cheeks.
Yep. And you hear as everything shifts over to Petra, you hear a quiet from Cade as he just relaxes a little.
A little too
And
much.
you clench so hard your butt cheeks have abs now.
I know, yeah. Wow. But so at that point, like Prince Huxley's like looking back and forth, and she says, "Interesting. There is clearly more I need to learn about the citizens in my domain." But she says, "Thank you, Catherine, for that enlightenment. You should get out more often." And she says, "I do as I will." And she kind of shrugs. She says, "Fair enough." And then she looks back to Cade at this point and she says, "Since you have been vouched for in so many words, then I will give you the abridged statement that I usually give to individuals who enter my city. You are to be expected for your duration here to follow our rules to the letter. Something tells me you're not going to have much of an issue doing so."
No, I thank you, but yes, no, I will definitely abide by the rule of law.
Good. Joe and Petra then can fill you in on what exactly that looks like. Should your services be required, you will be called for and expected to attend.
Okay. And so when you say, well, actually, I guess I should ask them what that means. I don't want to trouble you any more than I already have.
Just means when you're needed for some help or some sort of situation, we need you.
No. Yes. No. Yeah. As long as it benefits the city and it's nothing inherently evil, then yes, I would have no problem. It is
She says,
part of why
and
I'm here.
one other thing, as this has not been made quite as clear as I had hoped, I cannot control your every waking hour and everything at which you say and do. However, note that our enemies do often possess the capability of monitoring electronic devices. You would do very well to not have them on when we're at official gatherings or even have them on you, and to not use specific terms that we might use to identify one another while on the phone.
Yes. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
That is what we would call a masquerade breach. And should something like that happen, it would likely expedite your death.
Don't worry, Cade. I'm quite proficient at electronics, so I can help you put some securities on there.
Right. No, and I appreciate the help, but yes, I will endeavor to keep the masquerade, and well, if it means I must die, well, I'll make sure I do better next time.
She kind of takes that for a second. She says, "Very well then. You likely will not be conversing with me again, unless I so deem it. Most of those conversations will begin and end with Mr. Moore here." And so he, politely nodded again. And she says, "With that, I will take my leave. Thank you again for your time. And it would be wise, although not required, that you let Mr. Moore, Petra, Joe, or Lillian, who I'm told you met, know where you will be staying. This is not so necessarily so much that my staff can monitor you, in so much that it is so you are not disturbed.
Oh, yes. No, thank you. And I will endeavor to be a an exemplary visitor to your lovely city. And thank you
Thank you.
for your time. No, a bow again.
Okay. And she looks to Mr. Moore and then Petra and Joe, and she says,
Yeah,
"And
she'll
do,
bow.
do make sure
100%.
you let him know of our Elysia and how those particularly work." And she looks to Petra, and she says, "And I know you do not carry the same waking hours that we do. So please help him with any particular daytime issues as well." Thank you.
I'll do my best, my prince.
And she nods politely to everybody and goes ahead and exits with Mr. Moore. Catherine just kind of standing there and smirking so slightly. She has a very pale complexion to her face, almost so much that she probably couldn't pass for a living.
Is she just staying there while the prince left, or
Yeah,
just-
she letting them exit.
Yeah.
At this point, and she looks to Petra at this point, and she says, "We should catch up. I would love to hear how this came to be."
Very well. When is convenient for you, ma'am?
She smiles at the ma'am bit, and she says, "No need for the formalities. It's quite all right. 2 nights hence?"
I look forward to it.
Excellent. And she, looks to Cade, at this point, and she says, "It was a pity."
It was. Thank you.
And she politely nodded and then just slowly walked out, just kind of looking at some of the pictures as she went, more nonchalant, like she just maybe couldn't be bothered, but her eyes just kind of wander anyways, with the pictures. And she just leaves.
What a fascinating individual. She looks between the two of you. Like,
And
small
Petra,
world in Savannah, apparently.
I told you I
Petra
was
kind
right.
of Petra kind of lets out some breath and looks like she's
Have you unclenched
relaxed
yet?
a little bit.
Do you unclench your butt cheeks as well?
I'm not going to say that to her. Have you unclenched yet? Because I could see that in your face.
Oh boy, that is not somebody I ever expected to see again.
I am a little confused, though. I mean, sorry, how old are you?
Older than I look.
Apparently.
By not as much as our friend here, but a fair amount.
Okay. And Mr. Galahad, he knows you?
How old am I? Is that the question?
Yeah, like you knighted or you apprenticed with Galahad of all people.
Yes, he was my. I squired under him, and I earned my spurs as a knight through him.
So you're a real knight. Like, does the Queen of England actually, like, does she still uphold that, or do you have to get reunited like after a certain point?
I don't think that
Is that how it works? I don't know.
I don't think
Have
that
you met the Queen of England?
which Queen of
Of
England
England? Yeah,
The-
thank you.
The current one?
is the Queen of England still alive in this?
No,
That is a good question.
She,
That's a new thing, huh?
yeah, no, not
It's
that one.
2024.
But
It's
the one
it's
that
still
just passed,
yeah.
and even the ones prior to that, apparently.
Yeah, show some respect, please. No.
Hey, we're not in England.
No,
My
the
bad. My bad.
yes, no, I squired for Galahad. The stuff that we do is not necessarily, at least I imagine is probably, well, actually, Drew, what I know is the things that my order are doing. They're not. I imagine they're not things that the actual monarchs of England actually. Yes, no, I didn't think so.
Yeah, that
yes,
that tie was like severed long ago because England wasn't even really England back then. It wasn't unified.
Yeah, very different.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So yes, I'll answer and say no. I've never met any of the
monarchs.
yes.
Recent.
Our ties to the more recent centuries monarchs have been cut, but Arthur is still my king. Galahad is still the man who taught me everything I needed to know, and yes.
I gotta say, like that's incredible. Like to meet history. I mean, I feel like is what you are, really. To have worked and squired for Galahad. I mean, wow, that's pretty impressive. But I'll just let you know. I mean, as you can tell, like this is not that same type of situation anymore. So I I look forward to seeing what you can do. I mean, I don't even know what you're here for, but if you need some help.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, this definitely went. It was definitely a lot less belligerent than what happened yesterday. But yes, I'm happy to at least render my services. Hey, I'm serving under a prince. Hey, fancy that.
Fancy that.
Thought those days were behind me.
Yeah, the wheel turns. Yes, interesting. Are you a knight as well? Maybe
Oh,
the different
no.
order? No?
No. No.
I don't know. She seems like she might be within the same age bracket as you at this point. I mean, she knew both of you apparently from a long time ago, so
Yes,
y'all have some miles under your belt.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met Catherine before, however, so
Really, she seemed really to know you. I mean, very well.
Well, some stuff has happened. Kind of like run his fingers kind of along the scar that runs from his like cheek across his nose.
I didn't know you had that before, so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Did not realize that.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's in the drawing, and but I don't
I
think
didn't even see that. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I ever explained what he looked like, but yeah, he's kind of a.
Oh yeah, how old do you look?
I wasn't sure which character was yours, honestly, on the Discord or the Twitch stream.
Well, the Twitch, all you have to do is match the symbols up.
Okay.
Yes, I'm the character who's right next to yours. I have reddish brown hair. I have a mustache and beard. A scar that runs across my face, across the cheek, across the nose.
He's got the Dade Murphy coat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I look like I might be a biker. I wear a lot of leather, but as you can see, I drive a purple neon. But yes, I appear to be late 20s, early 30s. It's a little hard to say with the facial hair. It always adds some years, but yes, I look to. I definitely don't look my actual age.
Certainly.
Which would be awful.
Listen, I like history, and you're from a really long time ago, so don't be surprised if I start asking you questions about stuff. Just putting it out there right now ahead of time.
Not not all parts of history are as equally celebrated.
No, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I just like history. I just, and he's squired for Galahad. Come on, that's not impressive. Like, is that not impressive?
It is impressive. It is
Like,
quite impressive.
Yeah. Well,
They
I'll.
told stories about your people in my day.
Oh, and which day was that? It seems only fair. I've joined the group, as it were, so I should learn a little bit more about
yeah,
you.
which day was that?
Yes.
I was born in the 18th century.
Oh, so I'm older than you.
Well, I kind of already guessed that. You're in Galahad's time.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure. She could have been older than me. I don't know.
I mean, she didn't talk about like important historical figures like that. Just saying.
I'm still new. It's only my second day.
Oh, okay. Which anniversary of your second day is it gonna be?
It's only my second century.
Like the
So,
1000th?
as to the business at hand, I suppose, as a non-Canite, I have been treated more or less as an unofficial member of the city, and afforded those respects. My home and my business are my own domain. As compensation for those courtesies, as she said, we are expected to help out defending the city. I'm not sure how much you have heard, Joe, but there are some concerns about unfriendly neighbors coming from the north, and so Charlotte and I have been tasked with patrolling the north part of the city, particularly on our area over by Tybee Island, just to watch and look for activity, and to report back before trying to be involved. So
I wasn't aware you were doing that. Okay.
It's only been the last couple of nights.
Oh, okay. Jerome, have I been made aware of what she was mentioning as far as?
Yeah,
okay.
that is definitely a conversation that Lillian would have had with the coterie, basically.
Okay. I heard some stuff about that. I wasn't aware that you were going out and patrolling, but this is my city too, so I do have like a gig going on the next couple of weeks, but maybe in my spare time I can kind of help you guys like kind of look out for that and stuff, kind of have like a keen eye and stuff, for picking up some weird supernatural shit, so I can maybe help out a little bit.
Yes, no,
You're welcome.
Yes, likewise, I'd be very interested in learning more about this threat. Yes, any information you could give me about kind of what you found or what you have encountered would be greatly helpful. I might be able to prepare some things in order to make these sojourns and these rangings just a little bit more safe.
How familiar are you with vampire politics?
Jerome, how
do you have any dots in kindred lore or Camarilla lore?
Kindred lore? Not in kindred lore. I do have some dots in the occult, but I guess that doesn't count.
Nope.
Then Kindred lore, no. I'm not that familiar.
Well, at the risk of an outsider's perspective.
Oh wait,
And
before we talk about this, should I because nobody said anything about my phone? Should I put it outside the door?
No. Just turn it off. Like, you're fine.
Okay. Well,
You should have had it turned off already.
nobody told me.
She just looks at him incredulously, like. Like, Johan would have told you, like. Oh,
Did you-
all right. I'm sorry. You're new. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime we have meetings, you turn off your shit.
All right. I know that now.
Okay.
But yes, no.
Yes, turn it off.
Yeah, if anyone told me to do so ahead of time, then I definitely did. But
Anytime you get called into a meeting with any type of individual concerning our group, aka the prince or Johan here, like, yeah, you turn your stuff off.
okay, right.
So please correct me if I'm wrong. My observations are limited, but there are essentially two factions among their kind. There's the Camarilla, which is a civilized group that believes in living among humankind and keeps the masquerade. They're the ones that I've worked with before. And I've heard of another group called the Sabat, which feel no need to work with humans, and they're the ones that we're watching for coming from the north.
And so I'm guessing, but this is that they're very much a threat to Savannah and the surrounding area.
And my experience with them is limited, but I was in Atlanta when they took over the city, and it was a nightmare. So definitely don't want that happening here.
I'm grateful that I wasn't here for that. Like, I've been through enough shit. I don't need this. I'm sorry, my cat. Cat's gonna hear it.
There's nothing wrong with hearing a cat on tape. Nobody doesn't like that.
That's
He
Riley.
thinks he's the only cat left on this planet, apparently. So, sorry.
Everyone, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe every time you hear the cat.
Oh my god.
Put this cat to work. But yes, but no, this definitely sounds like something I can prepare some interesting things for. But yes, when is your next patrol, your next ranging?
Well, I've been advised to make it irregular, but obviously at night is.
Yeah, maybe just not at the same time. I mean, you and I could go out on our own and look at it, a couple areas and stuff. We should probably exchange like numbers or something, because at this point, like, it sounds like we're going to be working close, to an extent. So.
Are you speaking to me or to Petra?
To both of you.
Okay, because you gave me your number yesterday.
Oh, well, I mean, you can have it again,
and
I'm
not
I'll give it to you.
To me, so that makes sense.
I just want to make sure it's correct, because, accuracy.
And Miss Joe, have you lived in Savannah for long?
Oh, a few years. I work at a mechanic shop down the road a little bit. you know.
Oh, you like cars?
Oh, yes, I love cars. I'm like, that's my life.
Interesting.
Does your interest in cars is that the gig that you mentioned that you'll be doing that might keep you busy some nights?
Well, that, but also I'm actually going to be being like a tech hand on a movie that's actually going to be filmed here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you heard of it. I mean, probably a good idea if like our Prince and Johan here probably should be aware of it. I mean, they might already be aware of it, but I was hired as a pyrotechnics helper, tech. I mean, whatever. They'll just put me wherever they want me. But yeah, there's
Is it a big production?
no. It's very low budget. I mean, earlier this evening, I was actually just out with Charles, which, from what I understand, is like the lead of this thing. Um, to find a lead. She just quotes leading lady. So we went out to Lawrence, or not Lawrence. Sorry, I forgot the name of the
Limeville.
Limeville. Thank you.
Limehouse.
Limehouse. That, and she's all this in character. Not Limehouse, Limeview,
Is this going to be the
Limehouse. That
fair
type
side
of
all
place.
over again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place out just like on the border, and apparently there was this street fight that was going on, and we were meeting with this, this. Well, it was an unplanned meeting, maybe a happenstance meeting. I don't know. With this Jocelyn fighter who, oh my god, she was amazing. When I saw her fight, like her opponent didn't stand a chance. Period. And but anyway, so I guess he was like focused on her to be able to like, or at least ask her or something to be part of this film that's being filmed here, and she agreed, which is great. But man, she's a badass. So
This Charles fellow, was he a sword fighter?
he's starring in the movie too. We met him like the other day or something. But yeah, he's here filming this. I guess
She
he's
describes
like
what he
star.
looks like.
Yes, I do. I describe. Sorry.
Oh,
He's
like
the
I would
lead.
also describe, like,
Oh.
does he look like this?
Yes.
Right.
He's the
I
lead.
also
He's the
describe.
head of the film, and he needed. Apparently, he's been voluntold by his Mikhail, the director, who I got hired by to work as the tech hand on this film, to find a female counterpart to his situation. So that's what we did.
You'd think they would have planned that ahead of time.
It's a low budget film because when I heard what they were paying her, like, she was still happy to get it, but at the same time, like, it's still a lot of money. I mean, I am getting paid the same amount as she is to act a few lines. I mean,
Oh, are you an actor as well?
no. I just I blow up things, and I know computers and everything else.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's on par with being able to act.
Yes, of course.
I think I met him yesterday.
I
A
don't
nice fellow.
recall. I mean, I haven't seen him in anything before, but apparently he's doing this number. So, but my garage called me and told me that they were looking for somebody, and I can't pass up a good job like that. So
Seems an exciting experience.
I don't know about exciting, but it's an experience.
Yes. Is the movie about ghosts or anything?
No, it's about I think it's about cars.
Oh, okay. You kind of.
I'm not sure. Maybe no.
turns
Wait,
off.
wait.
Basically.
Hold on. Rachel forgot. It's about something else. Probably street fighting in cars. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not there to talk the script and whatever. I'm just there to
Mhm.
make sure stuff goes off right. I don't need a lawsuit from the whole Rust situation with Alec Baldwin.
Uh,
To keep it topical.
You don't
It's
want to
very
pull the trigger on
interesting.
Ooh.
That reminds me, Cade. Should I call you Sir Cade?
Cade is. I believe if you start calling me Sir Cade, doesn't that gain and that doesn't start moving us towards breach
I
territory?
suppose that's
I just
true.
also think that's also very formal.
Yes, and as
I-
far.
Excuse
sorry,
me
go ahead.
while I whip this house.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say that calling me Sir Cade, especially considering I'm the new guy in town, might be, so it might be a little weird, especially considering that you've been here. I'm to follow your lead. So you calling me sir might be a little weird. So
I don't want to call you sir. I'm not going to call you sir, but I'll just call you Kate.
okay.
How's that?
Well, you can call me sir, but
No.
Petra, shall I call you Lady Petra?
Will not.
No, I gave that up long ago.
Oh, so you were a lady then?
Well, yes.
I am writing this down.
You're not going to get out of him calling you lady anymore. I'm still not calling you sir.
That was another life that is over.
I respect your apprenticeship with Galahad, but I'm not doing that.
Yes,
What I meant to say is, am I to assume that you use a sword?
Yes. Well, I've been trained in a number of knightly weapons: mace, axe, morning star. Sword is my favorite. Sword is, weirdly enough, it's the easiest one to take places. If I was to get into an airplane with a morning star, it's yes, I get looks, but the sword I can
imagine.
the sword I can more easily, weirdly enough, pass off as like an antique, or I'm a member of a reenacting group.
What, like the SCA or like Renaissance Fair, right?
Renaissance fairs, yes. No, I've traveled in those circles. They're good cover.
So okay, so you work with swords. I mean, that's honestly very unique. Have you figured out a modern version of sword fighting? Like, have you seen on it was on Star Trek where Sulu had this sword when he was on that thing where he just went out and
fencing?
Just came. Oh yes, fencing. Thank you.
Hardly
you have that
modern,
ability to have a official sword like that or something like.
Well, my sword is more of a like in the long sword, like a arm. Well, it's close to an army sword.
It's not articulated. Okay.
Articulated.
I would very much like to see your work sometime, if we could arrange that.
Oh, are you a fellow studier of the blade?
I am.
Okay. She's looking between them. Like, all right.
Oh, George is doing his best not to recite memes. But yes, no, that sounds interesting. We've not had it's been a minute since I had a proper spa. Do you have training swords? I'm assuming.
Yes, I do have training swords. I don't need to use them myself, but they are there. They are available if needed. I mostly work in the basement of my home, but if there's somewhere else that's more convenient, perhaps we should arrange something.
Yes, no, that sounds fun. I have. Well, I assume I'm still staying at the the plantation that Charlotte owns. So I don't know where the best place for us to have this this little training session would be. So you tell me. Where do you
I
live?
could. I live on the edge of Tybee Island, just outside of town.
Oh, I was there earlier today. Where do you? Yes, yes. I went to that restaurant you told me about. The food was quite
You
good.
did.
Yes,
Thank you.
I quite liked it.
I'm very pleased that you liked it.
So in a couple days, you guys are going to be like sparring and practicing. Can I just be a fly on the wall and watch?
I don't see why not.
Yeah,
'Cause
seems
I would
fair to me.
love to see what Galahad taught you.
That's what I.
That is where we're going to stop for the evening.
Oh.
So, great game. Glad you guys all had fun. I've been posting some memes about it in our Discord discussion chat.
I do apologize in advance if Joe is a bit much, but
No, you're fine.
that's the whole
You're fine.
reason why I wanted to play her this way.
So, next game, obviously, tomorrow is our Marvel Superheroes game coming up
Let's
at
go!
6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm looking forward to that as always. And then this game is actually taking off again on the 30th. So 7:30 p.m. on the 30th, which is the Friday in 2 weeks. We'll be kicking this off again. Next week on Wednesday and Thursday will be Cyberpunk and Street Fighter, respectively, at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you guys all for
Street
hanging out
Fighter.
with us. Huh?
I wasn't sure if we were rescheduling that or not.
Oh, right. Yeah, that I don't know. I need to go back and double check because it may have been off. But anyways, I will go figure that out. But thank you guys all for hanging out with us and tuning in and laughing with us and checking out the stream. And we will catch you again next time. Good night, guys.
Night.